What is up, guys? And in today's video, I will be reviewing Scream 2. Let me know your thoughts on Scream 2 in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, do make sure you do smash the like button, please subscribe. And are you excited for Scream 5? They will be coming out just in a few days. So let's get right into this review for Scream 2. Scream 2, I feel like Scream 2 is the most interesting one because there's some positives and there's some negatives. I think this is majority of people's favorites. I'm not going to spoil how I feel about part 4 or my ranking because we have a new one on the way. So I'm not going to spoil my ranking, but as of right now, part 1 or part 4 are my favorite ones. I'm going to explain it here in a minute why part 2 isn't considered one of my favorites. But I think it's some of people's favorites. So if you are a fan of this movie, just understand this is my opinion. But let me start off with the positives, the things I do enjoy about this movie. The character Dewey. I like Dewey in this, probably the best, because he has some character development. He's more of a centered character. He's more focused. He's more focused. He has more character development. He has more growth. He's more of a serious character. So I like that. I like this Dewey more than part 1's Dewey just because he has more character development and he's more serious. Cindy's in college now and she kicks some ass in this. And she's just as good as she was in part 1, maybe even better because now she knows how to go up against Ghostface. Now she knows how to go up against him, and she does that. She's one of my favorite final girls for a reason. The kills in this are okay, they're all right. Ghostface is really good in this. That's really all. Now I want to talk about the negatives. And yes, I'll try to keep the video short, by the way, but the negatives, the things I don't necessarily like about this movie. Randy. Killing off Randy was probably not maybe the smartest decision. I could see if you wanted to kill that character off to add some shock or whatever, but it really didn't do that. Maybe if you would have saved it for part 3 or even part 4, it would have made the most sense. But no, they kill him off in the most randomest way that they possibly could. So I'm not a fan of them just killing off Randy, in my opinion, very randomly. And again, there are some very just random scenes that could be cut out of the film completely. This film, it does drag on a little bit. It does drag on, is a little bit long, maybe a little bit too long, because like I said, it does drag on too long. Again, there's some unnecessary scenes that could be taken out, scenes that could be just trimmed down completely. Not only that, but Randy mentions and brings up the rules, a higher body count, more kills, more creative kills, whatever, right? But there's not really a higher body count here. The stakes aren't risen. There's no risks taken in this movie. You get the point that the rules aren't applied in this movie, which is kind of odd. Also, the killer has this thing where he wants to kill people with similar names to the first movie, but that little thing doesn't go anywhere. It's mentioned but doesn't go anywhere. So one more positive that I do have for Scream 2, I love the opening of like the whole everybody with the Scream masks getting decided to see Stab. I thought that was very cool. But yeah, back to just overall how I feel about Scream 2. I think it's all right. It's not a perfect Scream movie. We talk about sequels, like do it bigger and better. I don't think Scream 2 does it bigger and better. I used to think that, I'm not going to lie. But when you think about that, not having a higher body count, not having a higher body count, not, playing around with some risks, but outside of all that, it's still a fun time. It's still watchable. It's still fun. It's still a good 90s slasher movie that obviously I do recommend. But yeah, final thoughts on Scream 2. I give it a solid 9.5. I give it a solid 9.5. I think I used to give it like a full 9 or like an 8, but I I give it a 9.5. I don't think it's perfect, but I don't think it's amazing. I think there's certain things that I would definitely would have changed here, but again, it is what it is. But yeah, 9.5 for me. What are your thoughts on Scream 2? Let me know all those in the comments below. Let me know some of your Scream 5 theories in the comments below as well. Make sure you smash the like button. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll catch you guys in the next video.